Hey, Dory,
Mhm.
with the weather looking so nice, blue skies and the sun, one of those nice little summer treats has just kind of occurred to me, and I'll bet you would go along with this. Slushies and ice cream cones.
Oh man, I'm thinking about making smoothies later on this week because it's supposed to get hot.
There's just nothing like a nice hot summer day, and you get that nice big, butter pecan ice cream cone ready to go. You take a big old bite, and then what happens? Boom! You get that big frozen thing going on in the middle of your head, and it hurts. Right? Yeah,
Oh yeah, I detest brain freeze.
everybody. So I gave that some thought, and I started using some of the things that we learn about at STARBASE, and I think I know what's going on. So I'm going to remind you, you probably remember one of the activities that our explorers used to do at STARBASE, not so much anymore, but we had that ring and ball demonstration, where you have a little brass ring on one handle and a little brass ball on another handle. And by playing around with changes in temperature, you can heat up the ball, make those molecules mosh around faster, they bounce further apart, and that ball actually expands slightly. You can't really see it, but it gets a little bit larger, and it won't go through the ring.
That's right. And then you take the ball and you put it in like some cold water, or even just lukewarm water, and then
All that heat energy leaves the ball, goes into the water, you get that little steam reaction. But when the heat leaves the ball, those little moshing particles, they slow down and they contract. And that's the part that I'm kind of interested in. When something cools off, it contracts. Now, our friendly tech guru, Skywalker, is going to insert a picture here, just a quick little cartoon picture showing something known as the sinuses. So in your hard, bony skull, over your eyes, alongside your nose, down here in your cheek, there are little compartments inside that bony skull called sinuses. Now, sometimes they can get inflamed and people have sinus headaches and sinus infections. We all know that. But I'm thinking, when we eat that ice cream cone or those slushies, we get too much cold in there, that all that bony tissue starts to contract, it squeezes on the sinuses, and that's what gives you that brain freeze. What do you think of that?
well, I think that's an interesting hypothesis, but I actually did a little research on this topic, and it turns out scientists haven't completely agreed on an explanation yet. The scientific name for brain freeze is sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, big words, right?
Yeah.
So, sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia translates to pain in the nerves around your face, sinuses, and the roof of your mouth. One of the most popular theories is that when someone eats or drinks a lot of something that is very cold in a short amount of time, the temperature of your palate or that roof of your mouth goes down really quickly. And when that happens, your body's reflex is to shrink the nearby blood vessels to maintain your body temperature, so that this way you don't have cold fluids moving to other areas of your body.
Not completely wrong. There's some shrinkage going on, except it's like blood vessels.
Yeah. So the thing is, though, it doesn't last for very long. The blood vessels shrink, but then they expand back to normal very quickly. And the idea is that this sends a pain signal to your trigeminal nerve.
Whoa. Now, okay, so you throw in a bunch of cold, and that kind of stimulates this painful response in the nerves and the blood vessels and so on. Is there any, because one of the problems I have is you can't fight it. You just sit there and kind of wait it out. Is there a way that you can kind of recover more quickly?
That's a great question. So like this nerve actually connects to the middle of your face and your forehead. And the weird thing is the pain actually has the signal go from one place to the other. So this referred pain can be changed and hopefully eliminated by taking care of that initial area. If you can warm up that palate of your mouth, you can fix it. So some ideas that people have is you could try eating or drinking small amounts to start to prevent it from happening in the first place. If you're already kind of stuck in the mid-brain freeze, you can try putting something warm against that roof of your mouth, like your tongue, or you can even heat up the area by drinking something that's warmer or eating something that's warmer than what you just put in your mouth.
Or a fresh brownie, if you happen to have one of those handy.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's pretty good. So the trick then is to try to get the warmth in there really fast with your tongue or, some warm water or whatever to try to bring things back to normal.
Either that or just try to take smaller bites or sips from the get-go so you don't get it in the first place.
In my case, smaller bites would be a good idea. Hey, thanks a lot, Dory. That's pretty good.
No problem, North Star. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, have a good one. it's nice to stay in touch.
Yeah, I'm with you there on that, North Star. Thanks a lot for your help with those questions. And if you have a question out there, make sure that you send it to Ask Starbase.
Absolutely.